There's a common trap that I observe all the time inside companies, and I'm starting to call it the development stage trap. So basically, what ends up happening is we're not in market yet, so we're building something new, and development during this time is actually generally really fast because our sole focus is on building this new thing, and we don't have any maintenance. We're not worrying too much about tech debt and those types of things, and then we finally get it out the window, and we do that relatively whatever time frame that is. Once we do get it out the window, then we suddenly have all these other things that we need to do. We need to support the thing while it's in market. We've now got maintenance to do. We've got tech debt. We've got bugs coming back. We've got crashes, all of those types of things. And these things start to eat into our capacity. So then once upon a time, we had 100% of our capacity going to this new build and these new things. And now it's only a subset of that. Maybe it's 50%. Maybe it's actually as high as 70 to 80%. But regardless, things slow down because we've got all these other work to do. Not to mention starting to take into account things like context switching. What often happens in organizations that I observe, in some of them, is that people don't acknowledge this, or we fail to acknowledge it. Management starts to ask, well, why is everything taking so long? Things used to be really fast, and why is it taking so long? In fact, it often gets even worse in generally those companies because they've incurred a lot of tech debt. And in actual fact, the percentage is not something healthy like above 50%. It could even be the inverse. You could have 80% go into maintenance, tech debt, and support, and only 20% to new things. And then of course, everything is going slow, and everyone's screaming about it and trying to work out, why is everything taking so long? It shouldn't take this long to just add this small little field in. Well, it's taking this long because essentially what used to take us 1 week now takes us 5 weeks. And this is also very difficult because when you think about things like trying to get to speed to market, or even things that are pre-product market fit, in a way, we do want to incur debt. We want to incur technical debt because it doesn't make sense to build this perfect polished thing that is beautiful and scalable when we haven't even proven it out yet, when we don't even have customers yet. So in actual fact, a really healthy view of this is that a team would slow down a lot and they don't add new things. They try to optimize what they have, and then they pivot and add new things where it makes sense. So once we go live, we should actually be expecting the team to slow down substantially and really focus on optimizing. But again, often I see this as a trap inside companies, particularly with stakeholders and those who don't fully understand or appreciate iterative development in this type of process, is that they're trying to scream in and they're trying to work out why everything's going so slow, when in actual fact, things probably aren't going any slower. We've just got a lot of other things to do and a lot of other work to balance. So for those who might be in that trap, what I would be seeking to do is to make all that extra work visible and transparent. I'll be trying to show the stakeholders, those who are asking for it, that we're working on all these things. I'd also try to articulate to them the product development lifecycle and the fact that this is actually a good thing and this is what we want to be doing. We want to be optimizing what we have, getting that product market fit, making sure that we have customers, making sure that it's profitable, desirable, viable, feasible before we go ahead and start adding in all this other junk that we may not necessarily need.